I'm glad I looked up. All right, let's go ahead and begin in that beautiful, aligned setup that we generally do. And feeling really balanced here. This week coming into a full day today of autumn. Yesterday it started about 1:30 in the afternoon here, where day was equal to night throughout the world. We start autumn, the southern hemisphere begins their spring, two of my favorite seasons. So breathe in, maybe imagining breathing in that roasting of green chili, those fresh picked apples, maybe the flowers that are still growing and in your garden, flowers and the scents of those herbs. Filling ourselves up with a loving, life-giving breath. Two more big, full breaths. Do that your heart reach out towards me and mine towards you. Good. Drop your hands down. Come onto the balls of your feet as you lift your arms up to wherever they feel like they want to reach to. And then exhale to flat feet. Come onto your heels. Let your hands come down and curl your chin towards your chest. Roll those shoulders down and forward. And then back onto flat feet. Lift onto the balls of your feet. Look up. And slowly take it down with your breath to your heels into that little curl and tuck and round into self. Let's do that a few times. One more time. Take your arms out to right in front of you. Your feet are flat on the ground. And then I'm going to lift to the toe of my left foot. Lift my left arm up. I'm going to come to the heel of my right foot and take my right arm down and back. Open up through my heart here. And then come into flat feet. Arms come forward again. And then I go to opposite. Toe on the right side. Lift up there. Heel on the left side. Arm reaches back. Heart comes centered forward. Bring arms both back down. Feet are flat. Opposite. Left toe. Left arm. Right heel. Right arm back, down, heart is expressed. Taking arms back down and forward. Let's do that again. Lift, left toe, left arm. Maybe just do that. Right heel, right arm. I think we did. We'll reverse here. Come on back. Now left toe, left arm lifts, there we go. Right heel, right arm back. Come on back. All right, here we go, change it up. Left toe, right arm, right heel, left arm. Come on, open up. Flat feet. Left toe, right arm, right heel, left arm back, open up. And bring it on back to flat and straight. Left toe, right arm, right heel, left arm, heart reaches. And bring it on down. One more time. Can we do it? Left toe, left, right. Let's see. No. Right toe, left arm. Okay. Right heel, left heel, right arm. Oh my goodness. And open up. Harder to say than to do. And bring yourself back. Flat feet. Open up, arms open, and we have our palms facing one another. When we do this, first take your feet out a little bit, drop your knees in. So you come to the inside of your feet, okay? And then come to the flat of your feet, bring your arms forward. Come to your heels, bring your arms up. Come to your toes, bring your arms all the way down and let your body follow only to the place it feels right for you, high on your toes, okay? Come back to flat feet, arms open up wide. Take your knees in, balls you're on the sides of your feet. Take your arms forward here. Open up. Don't remember what else we did. Go ahead and come to the outside of your feet. Oh my gosh, the stuff I put in my head is supposed to help my memory. And then from here, let's just take and come over to the side here. Enough of that left and right and in and out. Let's just let ourselves go. Come on up. This is what's called getting a high from essential essences. Bring yourself up, inhale. Let's do one more time each side. Come on down. Nice. Bring yourselves up. That's my inhale. This is my exhale. And rising on up. Arms lift. Interlace. Push away. Look up. Stretch. Lengthen side body. And then come over to one side. Push away. Bring yourself up. Come on over. Push away. Bring yourself up. Take your arms forward. Push away. Look up. Heart lifts forward too. And take your hands down. Gaze comes down. Palms are forward. And then bring your arms up. Gaze lifts. Exhale, take hands down. Bring them up. Exhale, one hand to the opposite knee, your other hand behind you. Hold on to the back of your head. Just feel like I had a big bump in the back of my head there, my hair. And come on over. That's what happens when you don't have one of those hand mirrors to look at how the back of your head looks. And maybe we don't want to see it. And then come on back. Lift both arms up. Inhale. Exhale, take your hand over to one knee. Take your hand behind you and take a twist. Let yourself come forward, arms come up. Let's do that a few more times. Come on over to one side. Take your hand behind you. Feet stay flat. Knees and legs stay where they are as you go into that twist, because the legs are going to want to follow. Bring yourself back, arms release up. And reversing. You guys have this now. Getting into that waistline. 2 more sets. Inhale. Exhale, hand to the back and over. Rising up. Coming over. Take your hand behind your head. Come on round. 1 more set. Releasing on your in-breath. Crossing over and back on your exhale. Taking yourself forward, arms lift. Exhale, both hands interlace at the back of your head, okay? Let your head rest back. As you do, letting that weight, right, 10 pounds maybe of our head, weighing back. We feel that stretch coming in through here, at least I do. Let your head just weigh back. Let your body come back, maybe in a little bit of an angle from that complete perpendicular place of our spine. So you're kind of resting more towards the back side of your sits bones. You're engaging in your abdominal area, whether you know it or not, just suspending yourself here. You feel so suspended on your sits bones that you almost feel like your feet are going to raise off the ground. They don't, but you're feeling really light there because your weight is going back into your arms. Yeah. And then come on back upright. Ooh. Release your arms. That should have a sensation going on for you there. Let your hands hangle and dangle there. Just let all that blood flow return back into its normal way. We kind of in a little bind there when we had our arms behind our head. That's okay. Let's go ahead and take and make fists with your hands and then fire out those fingers with an exhale. Raise your hands up just a little bit. Make fists with an inhale. Fire out with your exhale. Rise up just a little bit more. Take those fists, inhale and squeeze. Exhale, release. Up to about shoulders by now. Make those fists. Really be strong here. Fists of power. Inhale. Exhale. Go. Rise up just a bit. Make those fists. Squeeze. Inhale. Exhale. Let them lift a bit more. Know what we're doing now. Squeeze into fists. Let it go. One more time, maybe into a V. Inhale. Make those fists squeeze. Feel that in all your muscles of your arms. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And take an exhale. Release. Ooh, arms come floating down. Let them float. They want to just drop quickly. Let them float on down. Good. And let's take some circles with our shoulders and just with our arms. Angling into angling there. And let's reverse. Coming around the other way. One more round. Good. And then just taking hands, sliding them maybe onto your knees. And let's take those hip circles. Okay. And so in terms of dancing, Denise, anybody else that wants to dance, you can dance in the chair as well. You don't have to put a weight into your legs. There's so many moves that we can do here, seated in our chair. Get that music going. I still want to do that, but my problem is having music playing on a Zoom doesn't always work very well. Let's go around in the opposite way. The way it could be done is I record it. I'm not even sure if that would work. And then Denise would put it on the Zoom, Denise Kapner. Then come on back here. So we're talking about undulating a little bit, Denise and I, in terms of how we move our bodies. So let's see if we can just take and move, this part. So this part right here, solar plexus, kind of stays a little put, except for the upper part of it. And it's just our chest. It's kind of going left and right there. And then let's take the whole from waist up and move it left and right here. Coming back into center. I'm going to take one hand, slide it down the inside of one leg. The other hand slides up the side of my body. Maybe just to armpit, elbow reaches up, only if it feels right for your shoulder. You can extend that arm up. And let's stay here for a bit, just keeping that side body open in a little bit of a twist. And you're not maybe as low as I am or anybody else, just go only to your depth, okay? Same with that arm that's reaching up. Maybe again, you're here on your hip. And then from here, take that upper arm to your thigh, press down and begin to lengthen back up. That other arm reaches back up to its thigh. Take a couple breaths. You can also, while we're doing this, we're going to do a few of them, you can also use blocks, okay? All right, slide this hand down now, the side, maybe to a block or wherever you reached before, and slide the other one up, armpit here, right? And your head can be neutral. You can stay down towards your foot. You can look up. You can let that arm come up only if you like. And you're breathing. And letting that upper arm come down onto its thigh. Push down. Bring the other side of your body up. Yeah, good. And let's take a couple breaths here because we're going to do that again and we're going to hold it again, okay? So that holding is the static part of yoga. Dynamic is when we move with our breath, those inhales and exhales. All right, let's go ahead now. Slide down one leg, maybe to your block. Another block has different heights, okay? Or to holding on to some part of that lower leg as the other arm slides up that side body. Elbow pulls up and you feel that in your chest opening, your shoulder opening, only releasing arm if that feels like a good invitation for you. Could be a lot on your shoulders, so only if that feels right. And then letting that hand bend, bringing it to your thigh, press down there to assist with lifting you back up into center. Take a couple breaths. Good, and then let's do the opposite one more time. Slide down to block or side of your leg. Arm reaches up at the elbow. Gaze takes where it wants to go. Knees stay kind of in their same direction because they want to move. When our upper body moves, our lower body wants to follow. Go ahead and only lift if that feels right for you. Arm may lift or not, and lengthening. and breathing. Arm comes down, slides down onto thigh, press down, lift up. Good. And take a couple breaths. So I don't have the dogs with me today, but I don't know if you can see my shirt. I've got one dog that's doing an up dog, right? It says inhale, and then a dog that's doing a down dog, and it says exhale. So I kind of have them with me. So let's go ahead and let's do cow and cat. In this more wide-legged position, I'm going to hold into my knees. I'm going to let my heart come forward. I'm going to kind of dip into it, right? So I'm going to dip down and then reach up with my heart. Okay. Then I'm going to dip forward and then let my head come in, bowing into myself. Shoulders caving in, upper back caving in, and then dip forward, lift up into cow. Let myself flow forward and exhale into cat. Keep going, your own pace here. Following your breath. It's kind of a rocking, flowing cat and cow. If that's a lot for you, just go back to regular cat and cow. Okay, so been with us enough, you know what that regular is. Let's do one more set here. Flowing, rocking cat and cow. Take yourself back into center. And now we're going to add our feet with that. So let's come onto the balls of both feet. Bring yourself forward. So we're activating into those calves, looking up. And then flat feet as we flow forward. Come onto your heels as you come into cat. Coming on back down onto the toes, lift into cow. Coming onto flat, come back into heels as you come into your cat. Let's do 2 more sets. Flowing and rocking with our feet as well. Flat feet, and come on up to straight spine, vertebrae stacked. May have felt that using your feet even up into your glutes and your thigh area. At least my glutes were feeling that. Couple breaths here. Let's go ahead and extend one leg long and leave the other one bent and come again onto a place where you know you won't fall off of that chair, okay? One leg out, the other leg bent and externally rotated, okay? So take it out a bit so it's not just straight. Unless it's a lot to put it out, then keep it wherever feels right for you. I'm going to have a block on either side. I'm going to lift up, inhale. Hold on to one wrist. Just come over to the side. Bring my body up. Push away. Come over to this side. Bring myself up. Releasing. Grab that other wrist. Lift. Come on over. Bring myself up. I'm coming over. Back to center, releasing arms. Hand comes down, to block or thigh. Other arm comes over, feeling that nice length between these fingers and this foot that you can't see, but you know it's there. Didn't get truly chopped off, just in the camera. Lengthen here through that side body. Problem is, if I do it, the camera or the device the opposite way, then my head gets cut off, my feet or something. So this just seems to be the best for now. And then bring yourself up. Arms are out. Now I'm going to take myself over to this side, onto that block or onto my thigh, not pressing onto me, okay? And open up here. Good. Lift yourself back up. Come in here. Take your hands forward, interlace, push away. Inhale, lift. Exhale, let hands float on down. Nice. Looks beautiful, you guys. Go ahead and take an exchange out. This leg now will find a bend. It'll be externally rotated. This one comes out. And I'm on the heel of this extended foot. You can't really see that, but my toes are up, so I'm kind of flexed into that leg. So if you're better and feels better to have your foot grounded and a knee a little bent, you can do that, okay? So please take it to what feels right for you. And then I'm placing my blocks and getting those ready, getting everything kind of in alignment here. And then from here, lifting up, inhale. Take a hold of one wrist. Come on over to either side. Ardha Chandrasana, a half moon here is what this is called. Bring yourself up, inhale. And take yourself over into the other half moon. 1/2 moon plus the other half moon equals full moon. Rise yourself up. Exchanging wrists. Lift. Come on over. Yeah. Go ahead. Get yourself up. And on over. Bring yourself up. Releasing your arms down. Nice. This hand comes, bent knee side comes down to block. You could also be right here on your thigh. Okay. Feet on something steady and sturdy. And lift that arm up. Maybe opening heart, which would bring us into a little twist. But keep that spine long if you're going into that little twist. Fingers open up wide. Bring yourself up. Come into arms extended out. And then let's come on over to this side. Hands on block, thigh, shin, maybe floor, chair. You put your hands on your chair. Okay. You just want to have this opening here on the side body. Lift up, inhale. Exhale, take your hands together. Push away. Inhale, lift. Exhale, wrists come into circles. Take them on down. Good. And then let's go ahead and bend into both legs. And having blocks still present, we may be using those. Let's slide our hands up and down our thighs for a moment. And then stopping down towards your knees. Let your body incline forward, straight spine, okay? So my elbows are bent, my feet are flat. I'm inclining forward, okay? Not bending, okay? I'm keeping a straight spine, but that's an incline. Then bring myself back to straight. Exhale, pull myself into that incline. Bring myself back. Now, Because we're putting weight, when you come forward, more weight, you're strengthening your thighs by doing that. Believe it or not, you could even take your hands to your thighs and you can feel how those muscles are engaging more. And when these engage, so are our glutes working, just with this little focused, rocking forward, more weight here, weight bearing, and then bringing ourselves back. Couple more times. And I exhale and then I inhale. So we're doing it with methodic, mindful breath. And then coming back up and feeling now maybe a little bit of warmth in our thighs. So let's keep our legs active, pressing down into our feet, coming into goddess. Inhale. Exhale, pull down with your hands. You can take it standing if you want, but pull down with your hands, keeping these legs actively externally rotating, pressing into your feet. You're going to feel that more through your legs, okay? Inhale, we come up. Exhale, we pull it down. Inhale, rise and up. Exhale, pull it down, elbows to shoulder height. Going to change it up here. Inhale up. Exhale, pull those elbows down towards your hips. Opens up your chest a little bit more. Inhale up. Exhale, take it on down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, right under left. Coming into eagle arms. Rise up, inhale. Look, exhale. Elbows to your belly button. Inhale, rise. Exhale, pull it on in. Inhale up. One big circle with your whole torso coming all the way around and bringing those arms up, and then go around in that opposite direction, taking your whole torso with you if you like. Inhale, lift. Exhale, let's release from that. Bring your arms up. And then from here, left under right, find your eagle arm expression. Inhale up. Exhale, pull down, curl, tug, round elbows to belly button. Pull the shoulders away from your ears. Come on up. Exhale, take it down. 2 more times. Inhale, lift. Full body circle. Taking those arms around. And full body circle coming on back around. Other way. Taking ourselves up. Ooh, exhale, release our arms. Come on up. Touch wrists and then release. Push out through palms. Bring your arms up. Touch wrists in a little gentle way. Push arms out. One more time. Lift, wrist touch. Push your hands on out. Good. Now, some of you, at least me, I'm starting to get feeling that my legs have been working here. Believe it or not, sitting in a chair. I'm going to work them a little bit more. To take my hands to the outside of my knee area. My hands are going to pull in. Legs are going to pull out. And that's going to be isometric exercise. Go ahead and begin. And press with your feet into the earth. Press with your knees into your hands. Feel that squeeze throughout your body. Keep on breathing, right? Really good for strengthening our legs here. If we strengthen our legs, we're strengthening our knees, all right? So keep on pressing out. Maybe you're shaking a little bit. And exhale. Whew. Release from that. And before we let those knees cave in, let's take our hands here. we're going to press out as our knees pull in, okay? So go ahead and begin that pressing out with hands, knees inward, okay? If both were pressing out, then we would be pulling ourselves apart like a chicken leg off of the bird, okay? So let's stay evenly here. Feel it in your arms, feel it in your legs, feel it throughout, even in your core. Keep pressing, keep breathing. Big inhale. Exhale, release. And let's let our knees cave in. And maybe let's just do a little bit of this. So what I'm doing, kind of letting my thighs come close together. I'm coming into the inside of my feet. And then I'm going to windshield wiper. Okay, windshield wiper my legs. My chair makes little cracking sounds when I do this, but this is really good for the waist as well, okay? You can feel it, but these lower muscles of the abdominal area are working as we do this, okay? Good, and then let's go ahead and take our legs and like zip them up together. Find yourself still seated pretty much, towards the edge of your chair. Legs are together. Take your hands and cross into prayer position. So one thumb crosses over. Take your arms on up, inhale. And from here, open up your heart just a little bit. Okay, look up. And then bring your spine back into straight. And then curl, tuck, round. Let yourself round to whatever feels right for you. If you're rounding a couple inches, that's great. If you're rounding down, fingers are going towards your feet. That's fine too. Only you decide where your back, your body is ready to bow down to. If you've come low or wherever you are, make sure you have a strong core when you lift up. Exhale, your arms release. That is called salute to the gods and goddesses. We're going to do that another time. Again, your head does not have to go lower than your heart. Your curve may be right here. You're still saluting, okay? Or maybe your hands reach towards the earth. Okay, let's do it again. This time cross the opposite thumb over. Lift your arms on up. And maybe biceps are by your ear, depending on your anatomy, okay? Your shoulders and their openness. Lengthen here. First, open up your heart a bit. So that means shoulders pull back, heart lifts. This is really strengthening for the spine as well. And then coming up nice and straight and tall. And then begin to come forward, curving your back, staying wherever feels right for you. Coming into your own depth for your salute to the gods and goddesses. Making sure you have core strength as you lift out and up from this into that straight spine again. And exhale. Your hands come slowly. Slowly finding themselves coming down. Good. And even keeping our legs zipped up takes work because our legs aren't used to be here. Because when they're zipped up like this, knee to knee, we've got a little bit of an internal rotation going on, right? So we're still activating by doing that. So I'm going to keep my right leg down. I'm going to lift my left, which is feeling kind of tired, I have to admit. And I'm going to cross over here, okay? If this is not open to you, then you just cross down through the front of your shin someplace, okay? Or onto a block. And then from here, let's go ahead and go into a full eagle here. Arms and legs. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Take those eagle arms, fly them on up. Inhale, lift. Exhale, releasing. Bring them up. We're going to float and fly through this. And come on, left under right now. Inhale, lift. Exhale, let your arms come down and release and float and fly. And exhale, right under left. Good. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release and float and fly. And one more time, left under right. Bring them up. Pulling down, releasing, float and fly. Hands come down. Hold on to the legs of your chair before we do the other side. And let's just take some circles with your ankle. So we did some wrist rotations, we did some shoulder rotations, we've done some hip rotations. Let's get into that ankle too. And let's go ahead and go the other way. So having ankles that are nicely lubricated and open will help us with our balance too, okay? Make sure that we've got that going. Good. And now my hands are here, so let's do something with them. I'm going to slide down one side as my other arm just hangs there, okay? But I'm holding on here to this leg of the chair. And then I'm going to come back up with an inhale. I'm going to come on over. And with that exhale, bring myself up. Exhale myself down. Good. One more time, lift. One more time over. Bring yourself up. And release those legs however you want to. And wherever this one reaches or goes, right? Maybe just crossing at the ankles. That's fine too. Especially if you're having achy knees, just make sure this is okay for you. And let's go ahead and work through those float and flies. Inhale. Exhale, right under left. Inhale, lift. Exhale, releasing and flowing. Flying. Left under right. Inhale. So this is really good for our joints and our upper body. Exhale. And having our legs crossed in a mindful way. Releasing, coming up. Is good for the joints of our knee and our left under right this time. And our hips. Releasing one more set. Exhaling. Right under left. Your pace, left under right. Releasing arms. Let them float and fly on down. Hold on to the legs of your chair and let's take a few circles with this ankle. And reversing. Good. And then staying just straight up. Let's go ahead and slide down this side of our chair. Hold on to something or just let that arm hang. Come on up, inhale. I don't know if we did this on the other side, but slide on down this side. I know we did 2 sets. Come on up. And take it on down. Rise up on your in-breath. Exhaling on your out-breath. Oh, good. Come on up. And let those legs release. Let your legs be however they want to be because they've done a lot right now. So you want to let them in, you want to let them out, you want to let them real close or out, whatever you want. Let's take our hands behind us, interlace, And open up your heart here, okay? Let your heart open, let the shoulders squeeze. Your spine is a little bit in an arc here. And then bring yourself up straight. Bring yourself into an incline. Take yourself back and open up your heart. And straight and incline. And come back up. Releasing your hands. Let's just sit for 2 breaths here. And now I'm going to do a seated camel. And so my hands are coming flat. I'm taking them right here, okay? And I'll just stay sideways while I do it. So seated camel, hands are here. And I'm gonna kind of like press down here. And as I press down into these big heavy bones of my hips, my shoulders start to squeeze together. My elbows start to squeeze together. They pull back. And then my heart comes forward. And my hips open up a bit too. And I stay stable here, secure with my strong arms, hands into my hips. Gazing forward, gazing up. And then slowly bringing myself back. Releasing my hands and sitting here. With a few breaths, it's a big unzipping of the front part of our body. Unzipping, not unzipping. Well, maybe that's a word too. I don't know. To look it up in my Scrabble dictionary. I bet you're really good at Scrabble, Denise. All of your games that you play. Let's do that one more time. Taking our hands back here, pressing down, squeezing shoulders, opening up heart, press down into your solid hip area, okay? Your feet press into the ground. You begin to feel the opening of your heart as the shoulders and the elbows continue to squeeze backward. You open up through that throat chakra. This opens up the entire set of the 7 chakras here. Opening up everything. This is a pretty intense pose. Keep breathing. Slowly rise up so that your vertebrae stack right on top of one another. Your arms should have felt that too. So take it and just let them shake out a bit, because we were pressing down with our hands into our hips, and that was some weight bearing into these forearms, okay? So just let them go. Good. All right, let's get a little bit back into our head area. And here I'd like you to just take your chin towards your chest and then take your chin towards one ear. Feel that opening right there. Oh yeah. And let your head come back to center. Take that chin towards the other shoulder. This one wants to pull up and go with it. Let it come down so that it can get into that whole area. And take your chin back on through center. Let it come over to the other side. Feel that. Oh yeah, that's where I need a little bit of massage work there. Come on down into center. Take yourself forward. Chin towards chest. Come on back one more time into center. Lift your chin up so that it's parallel to the ground. And now I'm going to take and let my right ear or left ear, doesn't matter which one, I'm going to let it float over towards my right shoulder. See, before it was our chin, now it's our ear. I'm going to feel it some more. I want to let this shoulder really let go. Right? There's a lot of tension there, neck and shoulders. Not that any of you are tense, okay? Not that any of you are, anxious in any way, but a lot of times it comes into our neck and our shoulders. Lift up slowly as you come back out of that. And then let yourself come over. Feel that wanting to come with you. Let it hang down. Let your breath get into that sensation of what you're feeling. Breathe into that sensation. And the breath will help you lower that shoulder down a bit. And breathe, lifting up. Good. And let's go ahead and just do 4 sets of a regular cat-cow, letting our spine know we're grateful for all that it can do. Inhaling, lifting up. Exhaling, letting go. Lift up, lengthen. Exhale, take it on in. One more set. Maybe you already did 4. Good. And then from here, let's go ahead and take a twist. One hand to one knee, hand behind you. Let's look over that back shoulder. Let our bodies be knowing we're grateful that we're able to twist and look behind us. We need that skill in driving, right? Backing up. Need to look behind us. Come on forward. Of course, now those cars, all cars have that little new deal in there. Mine doesn't. So I still have to make sure I can come into a good twist with my neck and shoulders to look behind and around. Mirrors just do so much. I want to see the real thing. And then release, coming forward. Arms release down, let them come up. Keep them straight up and just let your body tilt over in one direction. Yeah, come on up. Let it come over. Let yourself lift up. One more time each side. We can just open up through that side body. Open up into some of the lobes of the lungs that aren't always as open as our body could utilize in that extra air. Come on down into cactus arms. Open up through your heart and your throat. Inhale up. Exhale down. Open up the heart and throat. Bring yourself up. Exhale, hands down. Just closing eyes and taking several breaths here. As your body has been renewed and refreshed, regenerating, transitioning. Deeply. Two more, the biggest, fullest, slowest, deepest breaths you can muster up. Releasing, letting go. Okay. And then take your hands down, lift them up, inhale. Exhale, hands come into heart center. Honor the place in yourselves where your own universe dwells, where you have your own light and peace and joy. And know that when you have found that in yourself, you can reach out to others, and we can find that in ourselves as well. So from my heart, my happy heart to yours, thank you for your presence. Always a gift. Namaste. Thank you.